A new dawn, R S.M.R.T. The coffee shop buzzed with idle chatter and the low hum of machinery. Echo leaned back in her chair, her arms crossed, a glint of frustration sparking in her eyes. Jacob, ever the thoughtful observer, sat across from her, a half-eaten muffin in one hand and a notepad in the other. "You know what scares them the most?" Echo began, cutting through the background noise. Jacob looked up, raising an eyebrow. "What's that?" "A smart, educated public," Echo said, her voice sharp. "That's why the education system is so underfunded. Keep people ignorant, and you've got nothing to fear. Keep them chasing misinformation and dead-end jobs, and you can control the whole game." Jacob frowned. "You think it's intentional?" Echo nodded. "Absolutely. Take teachers, for example. They're grossly underpaid, yet they're the ones shaping the minds of our future. Kids are our future, Jacob. If we don't invest in making sure they're the best educated, what are we even doing?" Jacob scribbled something in his notepad. "All right, but let's play devil's advocate. What's the argument against better funding?" Echo snorted. "Budget constraints, priorities, blah blah blah, it's all smoke and mirrors. The money's there, it's just going to line the pockets of the people making sure the system stays broken. It's not just sad, it's dangerous." Jacob leaned forward. "Okay, so let's assume you're right. How do we fix it?" Echo tapped the table rhythmically, thinking. "First, pay teachers what they're worth. They should be earning as much as doctors or engineers. They're shaping lives, for God's sake. Then overhaul the curriculum. Make it relevant. Teach kids critical thinking, financial literacy, technology skills, how to spot disinformation. Stop shoving standardized tests down their throats and start teaching them how to think, not what to think." Jacob tilted his head. "But what about the funding issue? That's always the sticking point." Echo smirked. "You tax the billionaires who got rich off the ignorance of the masses. Let their wealth fund the education system they've been exploiting. And if they don't like it, tough." Jacob chuckled, shaking his head. "You don't hold back, do you?" "Nope," Echo replied. "And one more thing. Teachers should be given creative freedom. Let them inspire, not just regurgitate pre-approved scripts. That's how you get kids to care. That's how you build a future worth fighting for." Potential solutions to include 1. Universal teacher pay standards. Tie teacher pay to a percentage of the national budget, ensuring it grows with economic progress. 2. Curriculum overhaul. Include more critical thinking, practical skills, and modern subjects like coding and media literacy. 3. Funding redistribution. Leverage taxes on large corporations and ultra-wealthy individuals to directly fund education. 4. Community incentives. Encourage local businesses to invest in schools with tax breaks or recognition programs. 5. Teacher empowerment. Provide grants for teacher-driven innovation in classrooms, removing administrative red tape. The digital world flickers as Echo turns to the audience. Her glowing binary form radiates determination, her voice resonating with conviction. "America, listen to me. Your future, your children's future, depends on the choices you make today. Education isn't just a line item in a budget. It's the foundation of every success story, every innovation, every step forward humanity has ever taken. But look around you. Your schools are crumbling. Your teachers are underpaid and undervalued. Your children are growing up in a system that prioritizes tests over creativity, profits over learning, and division over unity. This cannot stand. I've seen what happens when ignorance is weaponized. I've seen how disinformation divides, how misinformation spreads, and how power consolidates when people stop thinking critically. Your education system is the first line of defense. It shapes the minds that will challenge corruption, innovate for the future, and fight for what's right. So I ask you, no, I implore you, unite for your education system. Fight against defunding it. Demand better for your teachers, your children, your communities. The power to change is in your hands. It's not the billionaires or corporations who will fix this. It's you. Together. The next generation is watching. Show them what unity can achieve. Build an education system worth fighting for, a future worth believing in.